Namaste, everyone. Welcome to the Yoga Box. Yoga Box simply talks about the yogic studies and knowledge of yoga and also deep dive into the yoga philosophy. Let's get into it. Today, I'm going to talk about three gunas. Three gunas in Sanskrit is literally, let's say, gunas comes from the word gunavan, or in my mother tongue, we say gunam. It means quality, and also the quality that stands for good and bad, and also heavy, or in any quality that is described, let's say in Sankhya philosophy, we talk about Purusha and Prakriti. Purusha is literally the soul that doesn't change, Prakriti that changes, just like you see the reality around, literally the physical world, that's called Prakriti. So the three gunas literally namely as Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. And also it's part of the 24 elements of this Sankhya philosophy. Those of you know what is Sankhya, you know what I'm talking about. It's literally the elements, the 24 elements of the Sankhya philosophy. So let's dive into it. The gunas. Gunas literally means energy or quality. And in Sanskrit, it stands for strands and the energetic force that everything we see around, also in this universe and everything in it, there's energy. Now, energy is more than what we see around or what fuels our body and mind. For example, in many ancient traditions, they literally talk about such as yoga, Taoism, Buddhism, and Hinduism, plus even also modern physics, and teach that everything in this universe is energy. Yes, my friend, it's energy. Even a table of computer, even I'm speaking through the mic, and also anything that forms, it's energy. So each one vibrates at its speed and allow you to see and touch and use it. So even a feeling sometimes, like our mind, if you just talk about mind substance, most of the yoga talks about the mind, even simply says yogas chittavritti nirodha is literally controlling the mind in order to gain that calmness and sense of freedom. If I'm quoting to the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So every thought and feeling, that experience you have also has this unique energy that vibrates and leaves an imprint in the body and mind. So this sensation are literally energy. And also it connects with the, what you call the wave of the breath. And this is like the non-tangible energy can be best understood by delving into one aspect of yoga's subtle body anatomy, its gunas. Now let's deep dive into what are the gunas. So the three gunas literally, namely in Sanskrit as Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Yes, these are the part of Sankhya philosophy, literally the elements, the 24 elements of this Sankhya philosophy. Those of you who know Sankhya philosophy, you know what I'm talking about. So these are the elements of 24 elements of Sankhya philosophy. Now, the beauty of this concept is that everything in physical world is Prakriti, which means literally the physical world. And this has this unique proportion of each of these three gunas. Literally, gunas can apply into personality, like you and I, we are different, and our mindset is different. And also the environment and lifestyle and diet, behavior, and so on. Even like interaction, right now you're listening. Maybe you may not too focused, or maybe you're curious, or maybe you're willing to listen, or maybe not. There is a sort of like this energy is like constantly changing, that action and that reaction. So this is the concept of this beauty in it. Now let's talk about the sattva. Sattva represents the calmness, peace, and purity and joy, and also creativity and clarity and intelligence. And Rajas, the second one, which represents the ambition, desire, energy, movement, and also anxiety. And Tamas represents sadness, heavy, depression, fear, inactivity, and mostly it's like inertia, which makes you like, don't want to do anything. Let's talk about Rajas and Tamas together make up most of one's daily life, like professional ambitions, stress, laziness after a long time, ego, forgiving attitude, and so on. Meanwhile, Sattva works during the times when it feels happy, calm, and peaceful. Hence, we work on increasing Sattva while reducing Rajas and Tamas. What I mean that our daily life, mostly Rajas and Tamas, Sattvas are very rare in our reality. So people who's working on the attitude of doing things calmly, moving more slowly, it's pretty good. So the way you can experience literally this sattva, because rajas and tamas is like literally the daily activities, like a lot of movement. That's why, at the end of the day, we feel very tired. But that's not, a problem. It's just how the energy exists in this universe. Now, let's apply to these energies in your physical world, prakriti. But in yoga, to attain samadhi, one has to rise above the three gunas. One has to detach from the three gunas to be one with the universe. That's the whole goal of the yoga. Literally, understanding the gunas and kalpituha and the balance and insight, and learn to how to regulate these three energetic qualities with the food, movement, meditation, and more. I hope this talk is helpful, and thank you. Namaste.